In Iowa, President Donald Trump is giving a speech near Des Moines tomorrow. The White House says that this will kick off weekly trips across the country that the president plans on making in the run-up to the 2026 midterm elections. And News 8's Shelby Kluver is live just outside of Des Moines right now. Well, hey there, Shelby. What will the president be talking about during his speech?
Hey, Haley. I hope you guys can hear me. It is cold and windy out here. We're just outside of Des Moines in front of the Horizons Event Center. And come this time tomorrow, this place is going to be packed as President Donald Trump comes and speaks to Iowans. He's going to be talking about two main things, the economy and energy. These are two things he campaigned really heavily on. They're also two things that are top of mind for a lot of Americans. A really closely watched study that just came out this past Friday from the University of Michigan found that right now, the majority of Americans do not feel like the economy is in a better place than it was a year ago. That same study also found a lot of Americans think inflation is just going to keep getting worse as tariffs and immigrations continue. Another poll I want to point out to you is a new one from CNN and SSRS, and that found that right now only 3 in 10 Americans feel positively about the direction the economy is going. In that same poll, about 64% of Americans who responded said they did not feel the president is doing enough to bring down prices on everyday goods. We know that affordability is something the president has talked a lot about, but not in a very favorable light. He's been going on record over the past few weeks saying affordability is just a fake word made up by Democrats. So we'll wait and see what he says about affordability tomorrow.
And how about the other half of his focus? I mean, what could he be talking about when it comes to energy?
Yeah, he talked about energy a lot on the campaign trail, specifically saying that he wanted to cut Americans' energy bills in half. Now, we do have some good news. Year over year, right now, gas is down about 10% than it was this time last year, but gas has a lot of things that go into it. One thing I also want to point out is utility bills are going up. Power Lines is a national energy nonprofit, and they found that right now, 1 in 3 American households are struggling to pay their utility bills. At the same time, though, demand for energy is skyrocketing as data centers pop up across the country, specifically here in Iowa. I'll be really curious to see if data centers is something the president talks about in his speech tomorrow. Iowa has about 100 data centers right now, and the vast majority of them, about 70 of those data centers, are in the Des Moines area. The other big hub is out west, but we do have some in the Quad Cities, including about 3. One of those is the future Meta data center that they've already purchased about 300 acres for. But as the need for energy increases, we're also seeing that funding for green energy is being cut across the country. So I'll be interested to hear what he has to say about that.
And we're now in an election year. Do you expect to hear anything about from the president about the upcoming midterms?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of him coming out and doing these things, right, is leading up to the midterm election. And the first congressional race in Iowa is going to be closely watched by both Democrats and Republicans. You have the primaries are still going to be happening this summer, but the presumed leaders would be incumbent Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks for the Republicans and Christina Bohannon for the Democrats. They faced off twice before. Miller Meeks is seeking her 4th term in office. And this is seen as one of the most competitive races in the country. It was only won by Republicans by about 800 votes in 2024 and just 6 votes in 2020.
Well, you also mentioned that this is a kickoff for the president, that he'll be traveling the country every week leading up to the midterms. Why is Iowa the first place that he's stopping?
Yeah, you know, Iowa is a place that is close to the president's heart. He has won this state 3 times, every single time he's ran for president in Iowa. It's also trended a lot more conservative over the past decade and past 3 presidential elections. But Democrats do see an opportunity in 2026. Right now, you have the governor, a Senate seat, and 2 highly contested congressional seats that are all up. Right now, they're held by 4 Republicans, but Democrats see a chance. Take the governor's race. Rob Sand in 2025 raised a record $9.5 million. That shatters Iowa campaign fundraising records. So we'll see what happens come in the primaries this summer and then the midterm elections in November.
Well, thanks for your reporting, Shelby. We'll check back in with you tomorrow. And for the full coverage of President Trump's visit to Iowa tomorrow, head to the News 8 Plus app, download on your TV, and watch for free.